Alright, Gerbs, right now we're looking at an engraving by Albrecht Dürer entitled Melancholia 1. Now, melancholia here doesn't simply refer to depression or sadness. It is referencing a dominant theory of wellness from the 16th century, when this print was made. The theory actually dates back to the ancient Greeks. It held that our bodies contain a mixture of 4 distinct fluids that need to be kept in balance. They had plenty of proof for this. If I'm sick, my face seems to leak fluid out of my nose. If I cut myself, fluid seems to leak from the wound. When I wake up, I need to head directly to the bathroom, and so on. Additionally, if you put blood into a centrifuge, you'll notice it separates into 4 distinct parts. Melancholia was believed to be one of these 4 liquids, or humors as they were called, and they were believed to influence our behavior and well-being. Melancholia, as a word, means literally black bile. Any excess or deficiency of one of these humors would result in illness. Melancholia refers to an excess of black bile, which can cause depression or even dementia. This particular humor was often associated with scholars, poets, or other cerebral sorts because an excess of thinking would dry up the humors and fill the brain with feces. This time period was filled with characters who suffered from this, like Hamlet or Don Quixote. But back to the print. This print is cluttered with the tools of measurement, an hourglass, a compass, scales, and so on. In fact, it's cluttered with so many things that the act of looking at it makes me feel melancholic. There's just so much to know and to study, and when faced with all these questions about the world and how it can be measured and understood, well, no wonder our central angel has her head in her hands. The humoral theory is linked with astrology, as is everything during the 16th century, so for them, mankind represented a microcosm of the larger universe, or macrocosm. Additionally, the universe was put together in a logical and structured way by God, and the parts of the universe correspond with the parts of the human body, so there are 4 humors within the body, and there are 4 seasons in the year. The astrological symbols associated with each season, consequently, correspond to these 4 humors. Saturn, for example, rules the melancholic humor. Because the planets are so intertwined with health, and if Saturn is influencing our poor angel's health, then attracting the sympathies of a different planet might bring her humors back into balance and help her avoid dementia. Black bile is thought to be a cold and dry humor, so attracting a wet and hot humor would help bring that into balance. The watercress on her head is part of that healing process. They are intended to attract the sympathies of Jupiter, a wet and hot planet. Another item here attempting to heal our angel is this, a Jupiter square, or as it's sometimes referred to, a magic square. Let's blow this up and get a better look at it. This is a 4x4 square wherein the numbers 1 through 16 are inscribed. Every row and every column add up to 34, and both major diagonals add up to 34. But I'm not nearly done here. These 2x2 squares all equal 34 as well. The 4 corners equal 34, and this diamond shape here, 34. So what does all this have to do with Jupiter? Well, Hebrew letters also have numeric values, like Roman numerals, and if I take the Hebrew name for Jupiter, I'll find associations with the number 34 and 136, which happens to be the sum of all the numbers between 1 and 16. This kind of square is sometimes called a talisman. It's an item inscribed with symbols meant to attract the energies of certain planets. So the whole print here could be seen as a talisman against melancholia. If you feel like your brain is fried, think of hanging this over your desk and summoning the restorative energies of Jupiter or whatever. And if you're thinking Dürer must have been very clever, well, there's more. He was also able to place the date of the print inside that magic square, 1514. And of course he found a way to incorporate his famous signature as well. Okay, well, the phlegm produced by my brain has been spent, and I need to quit this thing before I become imbalanced and possibly demented. I hope you like this one. It's a remake of a video I made back in 2012. I'll have an original video coming out in a couple weeks. Thanks for watching.